Simple video instructions for the Loypack DTW500 double twist wrapper. When you get the machine, connect it to the electrics as per the manual, and connect it to the compressed air supply again as per the manual. When that is all connected up, we start the machine by turning the isolation switch on, which is located at the side of the machine, and we put that to the on position. And then we come round to the control panel that's actually on the machine, and we have the screen, and we have three buttons. We have the start, the stop and the emergency stop, and we have the speed control. I think they're self-explanatory. Then we have the Siemens touch screen control, and to operate this we press the enter button. In there it tells us at the top the speed control, which gives the speed that the machine is running at. It's at 0 now, obviously because the machine isn't running. Then we have the film cutting length, which for this product at the moment is set at 75mm. Then we have the air off, which controls the air, which is for the paper feed assist. There's a little air cushion on the film table, so when the film is cut and is transferred into the tube making position, it assists the film to transfer. So we make sure that's on, and then we have the brushes, which are the brushes on the feed plate that assist the sweets to feed smoothly into the pockets on the plate. We have feeding off, and we have a jogging button which jogs the machine in a slow speed should you need to do that for any reason. Now if we want to change the length of the film, what we do, we press the settings button, and again you've got various things in there, the output in pieces and the length input of film. To change it we press the actual number, and there we get a keypad where we type the new number in, and we press the enter button, and that would put the new value in there. We have various other settings on there, the iMark control should you be using printed film, and this is controlled from here, and it is best to refer to the user manual for better instructions on that. Now we want to start the machine, so we go back to the working screen. We make sure the air is on, we make sure the brushes are on. I won't turn the brushes on this instance because of the noise, but you would turn your brushes on. Then we look at the other buttons, and we would press the start button. Yeah, I don't know whether you heard a little click then, but the machine is not running, but it's started, and all we need to do now is turn up the speed control and the machine will run. If we look at the screen again, we'll see that the machine there is running at 195 a minute, and as we increase the speed, obviously the value changes. Okay. If we look around the feed plate of the machine, I'll just turn that down a little. If we look round the feed plate, we have a sensor here, which this sensor senses the level of sweets in the plate and turns on the vibratory feeder which feeds the candies into the plate. We suggest you have a look at the videos that we have on YouTube, and as you'll see in there, we don't overfill the plate, we just have a nice amount of candies in there to give a good balance for the running. Then we have another sensor that is down here. You can just see the light flashing on and off there. Can you see that? But that is the sensor that senses candies in the pocket. So if there is no candy in the pocket, it will not pull a paper. So if at any time you have a problem with it pulling papers all the time, or not pulling any papers, you need to get that in the correct position. Okay, so now we've got the film. You can see how the film is wound up here. You have a diagram there which gives you a better indication, and you'll note that we have two rolls, one at the top, one at the bottom. The top one is the main one to use. The bottom one can be used as a quick changeover, or you can use that for an understrip if you've got a very sticky product and you want to put an understrip on it. You will also see all this in the manual. Here we've got the print registration unit, which again is looked into in the manual, which will tell you how to set that up should you be using printed film. To set the machine up with the wrapping paper, I'll basically show you how this is threaded into the machine. I will just stop the machine, and to do this we take off the chute, which basically just lifts off like that. We need to make sure this blade here, this first folder, is out of the way. So if that is in the way, which it is at the moment because it's above this plate which we want to take off, we have to move it. So we have to close the guard so we can move the machine and turn it just so that moves out of the way. So we have to turn it so that just moves out of the way like that. Then we undo this little clip here, and then we can remove the rubber roller and thread the film. So to thread the film, we basically just come over the machine like that, straight through there. There now we can see them little holes. I don't know whether you can see them on the video, but they're the air jets. If I just push that in, you can hear it. And they just see how it's taking the film through there. If I just let go of that, actually assists the film to go through. Very good feature because it means you can use rolls of film that have got funny edges on them, where the edges are a little bit crinkled. It will actually take that film in where a lot of machines won't. So we put the film in like that, making sure the film can go through the other side. Then we put the rubber roller back on top like that, clip it on. We put the chute back on, make sure it's all in place. We make sure that we just tension the film so the film is nice and tensioned there. Then we can put the machine on again. Well, then we can put the machine on again. And if we throw a product in, I'm using a plastic disc there, but if we just put one of the products in, we should get it to come out wrapped. So there we go, that came out wrapped. So we could put, start feeding sweets in now at that, and we're at 150 a minute. Make sure everything's okay running at that. Then we can speed up the machine to a sensible speed, taking it nice and easy. Put another product in the plate and wait for it to come out. And basically we want to run the machine nice and easy, not too fast. Let's say a nice comfortable speed of say 200 a minute. You just get used to it, and then when you get used to it you can set the speed up, and we recommend a maximum speed of running on a good size product is probably between 420 and 460 a minute.